Alright, there we go. And we should be live here for the NASCAR Truck Series Championship. Give me a second, I'm trying to fix the overlays because apparently they shifted after practice, so let's see. But yeah, welcome everybody to the live stream. We are getting ready for the Truck Series Championship finale. So, let's say it's the last race of the truck season, and yeah, let's see if we can find an in-between here that works. So it looks like that's the only zoom we got, which is unfortunate, but alright, here we go. Zoom. Alright, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, rolling the space bar. Alright, here we go, and sorry guys, just a minute, just trying to get the leaderboard actually fixed, because I thought I had this solved, but apparently the practice and qualifying, or the practice and qualifying leaderboard is different in length to the actual race leaderboard. So give me a second. Also trying to get the broadcast up, and here we go. Alright, there we go. That looks good. And then just need to fix the playoff, or the championship 4. Leaderboard. Alright, there we go. And we are set and ready for the for the championship race. There we go. Alright, so welcome everybody to the live stream. We got 9 people hanging out in chat already. Let me go ahead and pull up the race. Of course, it has to be on Fox, not NBC's, because it's a truck race. So here we go. And yeah, welcome everybody, and we are ready to go racing. It's been a little while. Saying by a little while, I mean about 10 minutes or so since I uploaded my Xfinity preview of the Xfinity Championship. I don't know if I necessarily called qualifying for the truck race quite precisely, but my truck championship pick is the #1 driver on the leaderboard already, so there we go, and we're all set and ready to go. So yeah, so there's your top 10, along with on the other side you got the Truck Series leaderboard here. Let me go ahead and shrink that down a little bit because that doesn't need to be quite as large. No. So, but yeah, it's a championship weekend here, though. definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully it's going to be a good race. It's going to be a short one, that's for sure. 150 laps is not a very long race. 150 miles, and they are getting ready, and they're already pulling off pit road. Okay, here we go. So we're all set and ready to go racing. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing these streams all week, all season long, and we're going to be doing the other 2 races on the season as well. But yeah, they're showing the starting lineup as we get ready to roll. Alright, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Alright, we're all set and ready to go racing. They're talking right now to Grantenfinger, who starts 17th. Worst of the championship drivers. I did pick for him to be the runner-up in the championship here today. I expected to be a close battle between himself and Coreyheim down the stretch. I think, and this is a lot of repeating the same points from my video that I posted last night, but I expect we might see a mistake from Hocevar that'll take him out of contention around the midway point. And Ben Rhodes, I didn't expect to be relevant, although surprisingly he qualified up inside the top 6. So here we go. Alright, here we go. Oh, whoops. There we go. Did not realize I was going to affect both. So here we go. We're all set though. 45 laps in stage 1. I believe it's going to be another 45 lap stage 2. And then after 90 laps, it'll be 100. Or after the 90 laps of stages, then we'll be going racing for the final 60 laps final stage. So here we go. And we are set for championship weekend. Welcome everybody to LiveStream. Yeah, so 45, 45, 60, and the fuel window, they can make it, they won't have a green flag stop tonight. So a little bit of a surprise that we aren't going to have a green flag pit stop. I mean, not overly surprised for a truck race, especially with the short length, but I mean, I would like to see a truck race. I'd like to see, if you're going to have a championship race, having a potential for a green flag pit stop, even if it likely isn't going to end up being that way. But yeah, Zane Smith getting ready to move on to bigger and better things, hopefully, in the NASCAR Cup Series, as he makes his final start with Front Row Motorsports here tonight. He'll be going on to the Spire Motorsports roster starting in the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series season. Unfortunately, he ended up coming up short of the championship finale here in Phoenix, but he'll be rolling off from the 4th position despite that. Here we go. But yeah, we're all ready to go. So let me know your guys' championship picks and race picks. I think Heim wins the race and the championship. That's my pick. I'm kind of feeling like we might see a Toyota sweep of the weekend. It'll highly depend on what happens in Cup, because I think Bell is the longest shot of the Toyota picks. I think Heim should be the favorite here tonight, although I wouldn't be surprised if it's Infinger or Hocevar, especially considering recency. Because, Hocevar has won a lot of races recently. But, would not be surprised if they are that. But I would say Heim should be the favorite here tonight. John Hunter Nemechek should be, I think, the undisputed favorite in the Xfinity Series, although I could see a lot of people having Allgaier, and I've scrolled through a few different Twitter Twitter posts and stuff where it looked like people were saying Allgaier's the favorite, and I don't think you're wrong to pick that, but I think you're wrong. So here we go, and we're all set and ready to go. They're just listening in on Corey Heim's radio. We should be getting the green flag here momentarily. All right. So, and again, about halfway through the stage, I'll go ahead and put up the stage poll, so you guys can go ahead and vote and let us know who you guys think is going to win stages 1 and 2 and the race. But here we go. Pace car is off. The field in the hands of Corey Heim, the championship leader here on the front row, along with Ty Majeski coming off the field. And here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Phoenix. Green, green, green. And everybody's starting to dive off into the dog leg, and they are already 3 wide. Nice and early. Nick Sanchez, Sanchez looking on the bottom here, 3 wide with the 11 of Corey Heim. And there we go, Majeski from the top line. Majeski able to take the lead here early on as Ben Rhodes slides all the way up into 3rd place. Hey, you know what? Maybe Ben Rhodes won't be irrelevant, unlike what I said here. And then you got people 3, 4 wide, and I'm seeing some smoke in the back, but no yellow. Looked like just some sparks, not smoke. My bad. But yeah, no, looks like we're all good here. The entire truck field somehow made it through those first couple of corners without an issue. But I don't know. I just was expecting something to go horribly wrong there. But no, we actually got through that first opening sequence here without much of an issue. So, as I said, we got the championship 4 off to your side, so you guys can kind of see who the championship picks are, and then you've got your top 10 over on the side. So, again, Ben Rhodes, really surprising how good he did on that start. He's all the way up into the 3rd spot. Looked like the bottom of the racetrack just didn't work the way that anybody really anticipated it, because I think most of us thought the bottom of the racetrack, especially on the restart where you have access to that dog leg, might have been the best spot, but just didn't work out here tonight. So, who's driving that number 77 truck? 77 is Derek Kraus for Spire Motorsports here. And oh, we got a yellow flag. Oh! Yep, Stuart Friesen goes for a spin in the middle of 3 and 4 there, and up and luckily no contact there. Haley Deegan managing to avoid contact by just slowing down there. Stuart Friesen in the 52 though going for a spin, and that is going to be our first caution flag of the evening here. So first caution flag. So there we go. You get a chance to catch your breath. Hey, daughter of Christ, how's it going? So we're starting to settle in, and then all of a sudden, oh, the 77 of Krausen actually is the one that actually spun him out. I thought he might have just gotten loose, but no, that was definitely 77 of Kraus just got into his corner and kind of clipped the corner of the 52. I'll have to see this one again, but yeah, no, it looked like the 77 was just either getting tight or loose. Hard to really tell because there wasn't a ton of wiggle, which is usually the sign for loose, but ultimately that happens, and we're going to see a restart here. So 6 laps in, and they're going to a commercial break as we are under caution flag for the first time tonight. Alright, so welcome everybody to LiveStream. We got ourselves a pretty good night here. We got a good truck race, 150 laps in. We are currently 5 down. So not sure why this is showing Corey Heim as the leader right now. My leaderboard over here is behind, I guess, because yeah, that's showing qualifying results. Oh. There we go. So yeah, so Majeski Majeski leading the race. You got Ben Rhodes up there. So a couple of ThorSport trucks up there inside the top five here. You got three Fords up there. Say the next Ford though, you have to look quite a ways down. Matt Crafton in 19th is the next highest ranked Ford here. But yeah, Jack Wood. Where's the other? So Chase Purdy and Jack Wood in the final race for KBM under the KBM branding. Currently 6th and 13th here for the final race for Kyle Busch Motorsports. And then Grantenfinger and Rajah Caruth are making the final starts here for GMS Racing. You got Rajah Caruth in 10th and then Grantenfinger back in 16th here. So, a bit of a surprise here for some of these people, but yeah, we're getting ready to go. So here we go. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a great night so far. So, first caution flag of the night. 1 lead change, 1 leader, 1 caution. That's a pretty rare stat line to see 1 lead change, but only 1 leader. Because usually a lead change implies that somebody else led. But nope, that just means in this case that the leader of the race got passed before the start-finish line. And here we go. So they're back from commercial break, and we should be seeing some pit stops here momentarily. Although I don't know how many of these truck guys are actually going to pit on lap 8, considering it's a little early here. Maybe if I'm Infinger or Hocevar, maybe I consider pitting here just to try and get the car fixed earlier. But again, it just kind of comes down to how much you're willing to risk losing some track position here to try and make a run at it. But yeah, right now though we're getting ready. And here we go. All right, yep. Lights are off on the pace truck, so we should be going back racing here momentarily. So we'll be going green with 10. Start lap 10 here on the day. And let's see. So again, Infinger, Hocevar both gained a spot here. Jesse Love up into 9th. Okay. Nice to see him driving that number 1 truck here. And here we go. Pace truck is off. Field in the hands of Ty Majeski and Corey Heim here as they get ready to roll off from the front row once again. So here we go. Green flag. Green. Green flag's in the air. We are back to racing. And there we go. Corey Heim diving low here. So there we go. Corey Heim diving low, and he actually manages to clear them off the corner. Oh, no, not able to clear Majeski. I thought he was going to clear them both, but he gets out of Rhodes. I thought he was going to clear Majeski there, too, for a minute, but comes up a little short there. Majeski actually going to get the run through 3 and 4 there and lead at the line as they get ready to go. But, yeah, there we go. Majeski continues to lead the race as Heim made a valiant effort with the diving move, but just not able to get there. Then you got Heim, Rhodes, Sanchez, Purdy making a little bit of a gain here too. So some pretty good gains here from some of these guys. All right, so here we go. Let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, right now the big thing is that the big debate is going to be whether you go low or high here. So far, I have not seen anybody really be able to make that bottom of the racetrack work. Corey Heim almost made it work, but then through 3 and 4 on the bottom, or through the old 3 and 4 on the bottom, he ended up losing pretty much all the time he gained in 1 and 2 by making that cut. So, seems like that bottom of the racetrack really isn't quite what it normally is here. Normally, it's such a big cheat code there, but and honestly, I think that NASCAR ideally would like it to not be the preferred way around because you don't want everybody kind of diving towards pit lane exit when they're trying to make time, especially in the Cup race, because in the Cup race that is extremely dangerous to be going and doing that. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Oh, Carson Hocevar up to 9th place. There we go. Hocevar actually making some time on the bottom of the racetrack. Grantenfinger too. Wow, a lot of progress being made by the Truck Series Championship contenders. I said I thought that those two would be decently competitive here in the first half of this race, but again, I did not anticipate the ThorSport trucks, in particular Ben Rhodes, being this good. But Ben Rhodes looking like he might have a shot at a repeat championship after winning it 2 years ago here. No idea who you're talking about there, Skyla. Candy Lover Singh? No idea who that is. But here we go. Let's see. So yeah, right now, Heim. Let's say, yeah, I think most everybody wrote Ben Rhodes off, which he's right there. If anything happens to Heim, Rhodes could go ahead and win the championship. It is winner take all. So ideally, so for the most part, this first 45 lap stage doesn't really matter aside from just staying in contention here. But yeah, Majeski with a really bad round of 8 there. Just wasn't able to get only got one top 10 in the entire round of 8 there, which was a 9th place finish at Homestead 2 weeks ago. But yeah, here we go. Let's see what we got going on. Rajah Caruth is currently in the 24th position, or not 24th position. He's driving the 24. He's in 11th here. Driving what looks like a throwback paint scheme there for the GMS organization. Zane Smith looking to the bottom here on Chase Purdy, going on by a driver that we potentially thought would be one of the better ones on the year. Or not better ones on the year, but I think a lot of us thought the KBM cars were going to be better than they have been, but there's Matt Crafton looking at the bottom here on the 61. Who's even in the 61 this year? 61 is Jake Drew there. So Jake Drew, man, that is not an easy name to say, but yeah, Jake there in the 61, currently trying to hold off 4-time champion Matt Crafton as Crafton is trying to just salvage his season, trying to look for a win here to cap off the season. Crafton is up 10 spots from where he qualified, so not a terrible day for him as he looks to try and pass for 15th here. But compared to his teammates who are running first and third here, certainly it looks like he's a bit behind the 8 ball, especially when you factor in his championship pedigree. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. So looking at some of the bigger movers there, looks like Tanner Gray actually making some big moves through the field. Tanner Gray all the way up into the 16th position here. That's a driver I wrote off most of the beginning of this season. Meanwhile, he's done nothing but impress me ever since then, pretty much. I'm going to go ahead and start working on the Stage 1 poll here. Alright, here we go. Ty Majeski, Coreyheim, Ben Rhodes, Hey, JR64. For the most part, I do primarily do NASCAR, but as the NASCAR season is ending, I'm looking at doing some other stuff. I also, during the, uh, during some of the weeks, like I think it was, trying to remember which week it was. It was, I think, the second week of the NFL season. I wasn't able to, line up with the Bristol night race, so because NASCAR happened on Saturday, me and my dad did the Jets Cowboys game that day. So I've done a little bit of NFL, but I am primarily a NASCAR content creator. So but yeah, I did put out a poll over on the NASCAR or on my community tab though, seeing if you guys would be interested in watching some NFL content this off season. Because the off season it's quite long, and ultimately the NFL is the largest sport in the U.S., especially for for this time of year. So, they're back from commercial break. But yeah, so that was something I put out there. So if you guys want your voice heard on that topic, go ahead and put that in. Put your opinion down there. I also put out a poll on Twitter and Facebook too. So links to my Facebook page and my Twitter are both in the description as well. So. Or should be in the description if I'm not mistaken. Let me just go ahead and double check, make sure. Okay, yeah, they are both down there. So yeah, they're the top two links in the description. So all right, here we go. So right now though, Majeski is pulling away to a 1.4 second lead right now. And then Heim starting to gap Ben Rhodes behind him. I would not be surprised if we start to see Ben Rhodes starting to fade. And again, I've been wrong about Ben Rhodes almost all weekend. I thought he was going to be irrelevant all night. Qualifies up inside the top 10. Then goes and gains 3 spots on the first lap of the race. Up to 3rd place. And he's just kind of hanging around in the 3rd place here. Hocevar and Infinger both up another spot here from the start. But yeah, we're currently 17 laps to go here in stage number 1. So we're working our way through these stages really early here. But yeah, so right now we're just kind of settling in. Again, right now Majeski's got no real threat from Corey Heim. I think Heim right now is just happy to be running well enough ahead of Ben Rhodes to not worry about it. Majeski obviously not a championship contender. Even though the stage result doesn't really matter in terms of the stages, there's no points on the line for the championship guys. So, yeah, that's one big difference here tonight. But yeah, we're gonna see our second. The second stage. Maybe we'll see a little bit more action, but it just seems weird seeing that not much has happened here in the. In terms of being able to actually make a pass on the start. It's basically just been about take that outside lane whenever possible and hope you can ride it to victory. And say, I would be shocked if this race doesn't have an overtime finish. Oh, are you kidding me? Zane Smith up to 3rd. There we go. Zane Smith might be a contender here for the race win now that I'm looking at him. And I say he's got that speed, especially on the longer run. If we do have a long green flag run to end the race, I say Zane Smith is absolutely driving it up here through the field. But yeah, as of right now, though, it's definitely a question mark here. Can Zane Smith get to Heim before the end of this stage? Will Rhodes lose another spot here, potentially? Because, yeah, it's going to be a tough one for Zane Smith to try and get all the way up to this one. Are you kidding me? This is our 3rd commercial break in 30 laps. We're averaging 10 laps per commercial break. Are you kidding me? But yeah. And for anyone that is interested in NFL content, tomorrow I will probably have a poll mentioning a specific bit of NFL content that I'm specific NFL game I'm looking at. But again, stay tuned for that. That'll be tomorrow. Again, that poll will probably be during the stream tomorrow. But yeah, we got 7 p.m. tomorrow night for the Xfinity Series race. And then we got the Cup Series on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So here we go. Let's see what we got going on. So yeah, we're under commercial break here for yet another stoppage. Yeah, currently 36 laps into the race. Not much going on up to this point. Majeski holding on to that top spot after beating Heim on the initial start of the race. Zane Smith being the biggest mover inside that top 10. Both hosts of our Infinger, though, have steadily been moving their way up the grid from 16th and 17th place on the starting grid. They're now up to 8th and 9th, respectively, so here we go. Let's see what we got going on. But, yeah, just kind of keeping an eye over here and seeing what we got. But, yeah, it's weird having this race so late at night on the East Coast, but it makes sense when you factor in that the race is on the West Coast, and to have a night race, it kind of requires to be later at night for the East Coast people, but I was kind of hoping 9 o'clock start time, honestly. But, yeah, here we go. So, when they get back from commercial break, we're going to have about a 5-lap sprint to the checkers, then a caution flag, and yet another commercial break. But, yeah, they're continuing to roll this one. It's a championship race for the Truck Series. I haven't yet found what the name of the race is for the Xfinity Series. I don't even know if they have a sponsor for the Xfinity or Cup races this weekend. Oh, let me see. Come on. Yeah, no, neither one of them have a title sponsor, it doesn't look like, for the race. So, here we go. So, Heim is continuing to at least hold serve here. Meanwhile, again, Ben Rhodes slipping a little bit on the long run. Meanwhile, you also have... Oh, wow, Zane Smith's actually starting to claw back up on the... top 2 here. He won't get there, but he's making a name for himself. And let's see. They have now lapped up to, it looks like, about 26th spot here. So they're going to try and lap a couple more guys here as they get ready for the end of stage number 1 here. But, yeah, it definitely looks like the... But, yeah, it's nice and easy tonight. No worries about stage points. We can just kind of look at the top of the leaderboard and look for who that leading playoff driver is. A little surprising to see that it isn't that the leading playoff driver isn't also the race leader. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Corey Heim is actually looking like he might have a shot at trying to take the stage win from Majeski here late in the stage. Let's go. Corey Heim has gotten close here, and there's lap traffic right in front of Majeski. It's all about where you can find that clean air. So, as I say, they're going to be trying to lap both the... who's in 25? Oh, Stephen Parsons is in the 25. So here we go. They're trying to lap both the 75 and the 25 here. They got by the 75, mainly because Parker Kligerman's not in it. Otherwise, that'd be a much harder car to pass here. And they take the white flag in stage number 1 here. And let's see. Corey Heim looking to the bottom here on Majeski. Heim looking for the lead. And can Corey Heim get it? Off the corner. Majeski's got the momentum up top. Heim not able to hold on here. And Majeski's going to sail it into the final set of turns here. And it's going to be Ty Majeski winning stage number 1 here tonight from Corey Heim, Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes. So, ultimately, Ty Majeski comes home with the stage win. Sanchez rounding out your top 5 there. Purdy, Eckes, Hocevar, Infinger, and Taylor Gray, getting the rest of the spots inside the top 10. Normally would be the points paying spots, but there's not really any points available for some of these playoff guys, which all 4 championship drivers in the top 10. That's pretty good storyline as we get ready to go here. Of course, if you guys are enjoying these streams and have been enjoying them all season, leave a like and subscribe for more. We'll be back, as I mentioned, tomorrow there will be a stream for the Xfinity Series 1 along with the Cup Championship preview, and then we've got the and then we have ourselves the Cup race on Sunday at 3 p.m. So should be some pretty good races coming up this weekend, but man, it's just a bummer to watch Corey Heim come up that short when he was that close to having a shot at it. But ultimately, it makes sense because this isn't, if that had been the pass for the championship at the end of the race, I think you see some contact there in that final corner, similar to what we saw with, who was it? It was Daniel Hemrick a couple years ago for Joe Gibbs in the Xfinity Series, making contact with Cindric for the race win, even though it wasn't, that was for the championship that year too, so. Here we go, let's see. But yeah, we're just settling in here. How's it going, Ricky? Rooting for Corey. And he was my championship pick last night. If you guys saw my video talking about the Truck Series Championship, but yeah, ultimately though, that's not exactly it. I don't think that's gonna be the done deal here. But yeah, right now though, again, here's pretty much word for word what I said in that video though. I think at the end of the night, it'll be Heim versus Infinger over the course of a few different restarts as they get close to the end of the race. I think Hocevar near the midway point, he'll look like a contender, and about the same point that he starts to look like a contender, he'll do something that'll take himself out of contention. And I thought Ben Rhodes would be irrelevant, which that is probably the worst of the takes so far, although honestly, Hocevar's been driving somewhat conservative here as he's made his way up inside the top 10, so. Yeah, those are my pre-race picks, and again, if you guys don't believe me, go ahead and take a look at the video I posted yesterday about 24 hours before the race here. But yeah, this championship weekend, though, it's always a fun time. I've enjoyed it as a fan the last couple of years. This year, I'm getting to enjoy it as a fan, but also enjoying it with all of you guys. So, here we go. And they got pit stops occurring. They got all the cars coming down pit road, and we are ready for some pit stop action here. So, Ben Rhodes in, getting 4 tires and fuel. Wait, did they just say Ben Rhodes is putting scuffs on? What? I gotta hear that one again, because I have no idea what they said, but it sounded like they said Ben Rhodes was putting on scuffed tires. But here we go. So, showing Corey Heim and Hocevar as they get ready to finish off their stops. Looks like they're going to be finishing up right about the same time. We'll have to wait and see who wins that race off pit road. It's going to be... Oh no, a long pit stop for Ben Rhodes. So a long stop for Rhodes. Looks like Enfinger also with a slightly longer stop than he previously wanted. I haven't seen the actual race off pit road results. Looks like it was Coreyheim potentially winning the race off pit road, but I don't know. That's what the leaderboard is saying, but I thought I saw Majeski come off first, so we'll have to wait and see again. Didn't see what the broadcast didn't look like. They put up a race off pit road, but here we go. So we're getting all set for this one, and yeah. So stage 1 in the books. Stage 2 now. We're getting ready to go. Alright, normally I would talk about, I'd talk about some other sports, but on Friday nights we don't have a ton of this, here we go. You know what, let's see. Okay, I put a poll up on Twitter about 24 hours ago, and Coreyheim was the championship pick over there, although not a very big sample size. I guess we can talk a little bit about the NFL game from last night, because I got to see a little bit of that while I was editing the video. But yeah, that Tennessee Titans versus Steelers game was certainly not the best game I've seen. And the Steelers continue their trend of getting out-yarded by whatever team they play against, despite winning or in almost every game that they've won. So, and I say Will Levis looked kind of pedestrian there, but Derrick Henry was still Derrick Henry. Kenny Pickett continued his streak of being the best fourth quarter quarterback after being about one of the worst quarterbacks in the first 3 quarters. Steelers running back situation seems weird. Jalen Warren getting 88 yards on 11 carries, and Najee Harris getting more carries but less yardage overall. But he also was the running back who got their touchdown. So, Jalen Warren. I'm saying Warren was also their second highest receiver over on the team. Surprised that how does George Pickens? He's such a great receiver. How does he go 2 catches for -1 yard? I did not see that stat, but all right. Well, we're getting ready to come back from commercial break on the broadcast, so we'll hopefully have the end of the race here, or the start of stage 2. I mean. But, yeah, no, it looks like Heim beats Majeski to the line to win the race off pit road. Then Zane Smith, Hocevar, Taylor Gray, your top 5. Then you got Eckes, Purdy, Jesse Love, Tanner Gray, Jake Garcia, your top 10. And then Ben Rhodes and Enfinger are going to come out 11th and 12th here. Oh, no, it looks like they're going to gain a spot there. I'm not sure who dropped back, but Ben Rhodes up into the 10th, and Grant Enfinger to 11th spot. And there we go. Pace truck heading for pit road as these drivers are going to be getting ready to go green. Green flag will be out. Tomorrow night, the LSU-Alabama game is happening same time the Xfinity Series Championship goes off. So for college football, that's a big game. I'm bummed I'm gonna end up missing it because I'm watching the Xfinity Series race, but here we go. Bunched up. And here we go. Heim and Majeski on the front row. Going into the restart zone. Green. Green flag's out. And we're racing once again. And this time Heim chooses that outside line. That outside line is what beat him on the initial restart. So not a bad choice there to potentially go ahead and use that lane now to try and make something happen here. And so you got 4, maybe even 5 wide there, a little bit further in the back there. It looked like Matt Crafton trying to make something happen. Not sure if he managed to pull much off there. But yeah, now Hocevar's up in the top 5 here, so maybe he can do something. But the big thing is going to be seeing how Ben Rhodes and Grant Enfinger recover here as they get ready for the as they continue to cycle through here. Looks like Ben Rhodes currently 13th. Enfinger, though, gaining a few spots here, and Grant Enfinger poking out of line here on Christian Eckes. He's going to gain another spot there. Man, how many spots is Enfinger going to gain? Meanwhile, Ben Rhodes is struggling to stay here. And, oh, we got a caution. Caution flag's out. The 30 truck is destroyed. The number 30 there of Chris Hacker going around, and that car is destroyed. Hopefully he's okay. He should be. And oh, the 7 Marco Andretti, the 7 truck there for Spire Motorsports, the team that's been rumored that potentially having the Andretti's coming on board as a co-team, also getting some damage on that one. But Hacker climbing from the truck. Glad to see him out of that one. You never want to see a driver crash hard, but luckily that one doesn't look as hard as some of the other ones. I think it was the Xfinity series. Was it the Xfinity or was that the Cup race where we had a really big hit a couple weeks ago? But again, all the drivers from that one were okay. But yeah, here we go. So Chris Hacker climbs from his car, and yeah, we're settled in and ready to we're just kind of settling in. So Ben Rhodes back to 13th here. Meanwhile, Enfinger moves all the way up into the top 10. Let's see. What about? Let's see. Friesen up into the top 10. That's not bad. After seeing him being the cause of the first yellow of the day. Nice to see him recovering up inside the top 10. Okay, where is Hailie Deegan running? Because Hailie Deegan, all of her teammates are in and around that top 10, except for, or top 15, except for Matt Crafton in 19th. And she is the first car one let down in 26th place. Are you kidding me? How is Hailie Deegan running this badly? She's in good equipment. She should be running better than this, but here we go. But yeah, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's just the Truck Series not being her thing. That's what I've kind of written it off as for now. Again, we'll have to wait and see what she looks like in Xfinity. If she struggles in Xfinity next year, I think that the question really needs to be raised about how good is she really and how far will she really climb. But for right now, when it comes to Hailie Deegan, I think we could potentially look at it, and I've said this before, similar to, say, Harrison Burton, where she struggled, where she excelled in the lower ranks, struggled in trucks, and once she gets to Xfinity, could potentially succeed. Again, not exactly predicting that, although it very well we could see that happen. So, and we know she's going to be full-time Xfinity next year for AM Racing, so that'll be nice to see. Opens up a full-time seat for Connor Jones at that truck team. I'm assuming he will be the pick. He's been driving the 66 truck for a lot of this year on the part-time schedule, so there we go. But yeah, not really sure what. As I say, Ben Rhodes kind of settling back to where I expected him to run. We'll just have to wait and see how he does on this next restart. But yeah, if it comes down to a lot of restarts, though, I could very easily see Ben Rhodes going back to being irrelevant. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. And they're back from commercial break, and we get to see our championship guys. Oh, Enfinger gains a spot there. Not sure, that must have been time of caution adjustment or something there, moving Enfinger up to 7th here. But yep, so again, winner takes all format here, so it doesn't really matter what happens here for the next 30 laps or so while the second stage ends here. Yeah, guys going down, a couple of guys coming down pit road here. I mean, that camera is not very good for seeing what happened. Can we get a better camera angle, like maybe an onboard from one of those two cars, or even that camera, if you back it up a bit, Fox should be able to show it, although I'm not overly surprised. Okay, so this hacker looking like he might be blaming Marco Andretti there. So, again, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, right now they're trying to dry up the any potential oil from that one. Marco Andretti is out of his car. He will be done for the night here too. But yeah, bummed to see that former Indy 500 pole sitter making one of a few truck starts here. Yeah, looks like he might try and take a few more truck starts starting next year, but we'll have to wait and see if that ends up happening. Alright, Fox, I got one thing to say to you real quick. And I know Fox ain't listening, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you're going to throw this many commercials this early in the race, now, this one, not as bad as some of the earlier ones, because at least we're under caution and nothing's exactly is happening right now. But if you're gonna throw commercials over green flag racing this early, we better be getting a near commercial free final stage unless there's some more yellows. If there's more yellows, sure, you can have more commercials. But you should be, if you're getting this many commercials underway here early, especially over green flag racing, you better not miss much in the final stage under caution. Or not under caution. We better not miss much under commercial break late in the final stage. Because I know a lot of the time during the last couple of weeks, the final, or not even necessarily the final, but one of the big defining cautions of the race that kind of kicks off that sequence for the end happens under commercial break. And I have not been a big fan of that. Similar to how I was at the beginning of the season where I was blasting Fox for throwing a commercial break and missing the first 2 or 3 green flag passes of the entire NASCAR season. Still not a fan of excessive commercials here, but again, I get that you gotta have some commercials. It's what pays for the sport, but again, just feels like there's an amount in moderation that you should be able to work them in without them feeling too overwhelming. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. So Hacker and Andretti, the only guys out the race so far. We're going to have to wait and see exactly where all that ends up. Haley Deegan back on the lead lap after that crash. Bailey Curry in the 41. I'm curious to see how he does. I believe he signed a full season deal with the with Nissan Motorsports here, so that's going to be an exciting one. And they're back from commercial break, so here we go. We're going to be hopefully seeing a run to a green flag being waved here momentarily. Let's see it. But yeah, they're just running through their ad read or whatever for the coming back from commercial break. We got the glowing cactus there near the start-finish line. I will say that is great theming, having the glowing cactus near the start-finish line. But here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. So, Corey Heim, Zane Smith, Majeski, hosts of your top 4. And they're kind of they're splitting up, getting ready for the choose cone. Light's still on the pace track, so we're going at least one more lap around. Should hopefully be doing the choose cone this time by, and if so, Fox, please show the choose cone because I want to talk about choosing your lane. Although it looks like the drivers are already pretty much having chosen their lane. So everybody's pretty much double file already. But here we go. So they're showing some of the highlights from this season. Hocevar getting his first Truck Series win. Spiraled into 4 truck wins very quickly here. Coreyheim, though, again, he's been impressive even going back to last year, the part-time season. So here we go. Ben Rhodes, they're talking with him. They're showing a press conference they did with all 4 championship drivers about this upcoming championship battle. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Jake Garcia has been surprising with how fast he's been in that 35 car this year. Like, I want to see what he can do next year in terms of a full season. Considering he wasn't able to run the full season, I don't believe this year. I think he was too young to run every race. Where did he finish in points? Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, we're looking for the 35 of Jake Garcia. So, Garcia got all the way up to 14th, and he ran all but 1 race. So, Jake Garcia missed 1 race, and he's 14th in points in the regular season fight. He realistically could be a championship contender next year. Don't sleep on him, but I will say I don't necessarily know if he'll make that second-year jump, but hey, if he can just run about how he has and potentially contend for a playoff spot in that 35 car, that would be impressive. And while they were doing that, they did the choose cone and didn't show us it. Yay. I love not getting to see things. As pace truck hits pit road, field in the hands of Coreyheim and Zane Smith on that front row. And here we go, doubled up, green flag is out, and they're racing at Phoenix. We are currently 18 laps into stage number 2 here. Zane Smith and Heim battling it out through 1 and 2 here. Zane on the bottom, Heim trying to ride that outside line, which we've seen that outside line starting to get better and better, it feels like. Although Heim did look like he was almost capable of passing Majeski on that inside. And right now, Ben Rhodes having a really rough time there in the middle of the pack. He's currently side by side with, I believe that... Who is that? Is that Jesse Love there, I think, in the 1? Hard to tell exactly which car, because they aren't really showing that battle for like 14th year. But yeah, right now, Zane Smith getting passed by Ty Majeski. Majeski going to be looking for that battle here. Infinger up to the top 5. There we go. Grant Infinger making his way up into the top 5 here. He's going to be looking for the lead here soon. Coreyheim, Ty Majeski, and Zane Smith's still holding on to 3rd here, so. Ben Rhodes, he's been impressive at points in this season, but the problem is the highs and lows have been it's been such a drastic difference between the highs and the lows for Ben Rhodes that, again, I wasn't able to pick him for much higher than about a third place finish here in the championship, but as I say, he's looking better than I thought, that's for sure. But yeah, here we go. Ben Rhodes up to 11th right now. He's currently hanging on to that last spot outside the top 10. Stage 2 poll is up. If you guys want to go ahead and let me know who you guys think's going to win this second stage here. Seeing some smoke coming off that 24 truck, Rajah Caruth. Which Rajah Caruth is going to be driving a pretty quick truck tomorrow, or a pretty quick Xfinity car tomorrow. Oh yeah, Bailey Curry just went and made contact with the 24 here. I'm not sure what Bailey Curry was thinking there. I usually think of him as a pretty decent driver there, but just kind of ran him right into the fence. But here we go. But yeah, right now though, not seeing a ton of smoke off that 24 truck, so that's a good thing. But I would not be surprised if we potentially see a tire blow there as Ben Rhodes enters the top 10 here. He's making his way towards the front. So Majeski continuing to run second place here, closing in on that lead a little bit here at a time. Just inching toward closer and closer to Corey Heim here. I am curious to see what Majeski does if we do get another restart, which we will get at the end of the stage. But if he ends up second place again, do you take that outside line and just try and run single file behind Heim, or do you choose? I think you got to choose that inside line if you're in the front 2 rows. But the further back you get, the outside line starts to seem like a more and more desirable choice the further back we get. But here we go. Heim has breathing room still behind him as we look like we're going to get, 15? No, 16 to go that time by. 16 laps to go. And they're continuing to work their way through here. Eck is holding on to 7th here. Derek Kraus right now, the first driver outside that top 10, trying to knock on the door of Ben Rhodes to see if he can get past him for the top 10. But here we go. Let's see. And we got ourselves, just kind of looking down the rest of the field, you got, they're going to commercial break yet again here, and we're missing Green Flag Racing again. Garcia up into the top 5 here. But yeah, not much going on, and so you go to commercial break, so. And it's another full screen commercial too. It's not even like we've had a side-by-side commercial to help satiate the needs, so. Again, as long as we don't have, in the final stage, we can go completely uninterrupted or close to that, that'd be nice. But, I mean, not a caution, but a commercial break every 5 to 10 laps at a track where the laps are only like 30 seconds apiece. I mean, that's literally a commercial break every 5 minutes or so. I mean, it's just annoying, but here we go. So, again, we know that the CW has the rights to the NASCAR Xfinity Series for 2025 and beyond, so we'll have to wait and see where some of the other contracts end up going. Oh, we got a caution flag. Caution flag is out. I'm assuming that'll be for the 42, or not for the 42, sorry, the 24. We'll have to wait and see, but the caution flag has flown here in Phoenix. Let's see. Yeah, Rajah Caruth back in 25th. It's hard to tell if that's going to be the cause of the caution or not because we're at commercial break. But, yeah. NASCAR, good job. You went and missed a caution flag happening because we had that be a commercial break. Yay. I know you couldn't predict that this was going to happen, but again, later in the race, the more likely it's going to be. But yeah, here we go. So again, I got work tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'll be here though for the Xfinity series. We got ourselves still decent amount of, and I say we're just past the halfway point in the Cup race here, or not Cup race. We're here halfway through the truck race here. But yeah, and they're continuing to do a lot more commercials, so just kind of waiting to see what I can find out here for the caution flag. Say nobody notable has lost a lap. Surprisingly, here we go. Oh, looks like Tyler Hill the cause of the caution here. So there we go. Tyler Hill. Let's see what the replay is gonna be. Oh wait, people coming to pit road. We got lots of people on pit road. Almost everybody. It looks like. Host of ours on pit road. Ben Rhodes on pit road. That's 2 championship contenders that I've seen so far. I don't know about the other championship drivers. Haven't seen Heim, haven't seen Imfinger yet, but I would assume all 4 are on pit road here. But yeah, Ben Rhodes or Hocevar here getting 4 tires and fuel. I'm assuming Ben Rhodes is getting the same here. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. I say Heim is not among the drivers on pit road. I don't believe here. So here we go. So yeah, these drivers getting their pit stop done here 10 laps early as they get ready for this one. But here we go. Here's the restart, or they're showing a clip of what happened here. Looked like just a potentially a spin or a tire going down. Let's say a solo incident here. Yeah, it looked like just a single car incident here for the 56. I don't know what caused it. It had to have either been he just lost it into the corner or a tire going down because there was nobody else really around him. So yeah, I'm gonna say your leader's opting to stay out here, but again, I'm surprised here that Ben Rhodes and Hocevar both came to pit road here. I was expecting that we might see so Heim and Imfinger both staying out here. This is gonna be an interesting one as we watch the race to the checkers here for stage number 2. They're gonna have about 5 laps here. Oh yeah, we also have Eagles Cowboys happening during the Cup race. Why are all the good games happening right at the same time as the Cup race? Say, and even if it's not a good game, say for a sport with a fan base mostly out of Charlotte, the fact that the Carolina Panthers versus Indianapolis Colts are playing at 4 as well is a bummer. But yeah, here we go. And we're getting doubled up, hopefully. And say this should be the choose cone this time, and we might get to see it here if Fox decides to actually show us it. Or they're not gonna. Oh wait, are they gonna show it to us? Are they gonna show us the choose cone? Yes, they're gonna show the choose cone here. Heim outside, Majeski to the inside. Looks like they're going every other one here. Ben Rhodes is up in the top, inside the top 5 here as he takes inside row 5. Or not inside row 5. He takes inside row 3, spot number 5 here. And yeah, as I mentioned, Hocevar a little bit further back here, but he might have made the right decision here. We'll have to wait and see how this all cycles around. But you got Majeski versus Heim right now, and I think Heim needs to remember he's not racing. He's not necessarily racing the rest of the field. He's only racing those 4 drivers. Problem is, 3 of them are in the top 5. But yeah, I'm curious to see what ends up happening here. I could have sworn I saw Ben Rhodes on pit road, but there's no way he'd be that far up the field if he did pit. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Pace truck is off, leaving the field in the hands of Corey Heim and Majeski here on the front row. Corey Heim, he's been able to maintain that lead from that outside line each of the last couple of restarts. And here we go, through the Geico restart zone. Green flags out, and they are racing once again here at Phoenix as they get ready to go back to racing. Zane Smith giving a very good push to Heim, as Heim is going to be way out in front here. Grantenfinger looking to the inside on Majeski, trying to gain whatever track position he can from the bottom. Looks like he might lose a spot or two here. Meanwhile, as they're continuing to file their way through, Ben Rhodes has found his way to the top of the racetrack. He is now right in behind Grantenfinger as those two continue to run around this track. Both drivers needing to gain spots because they need to pass Heim here. Oh! Infinger slides up the track there, gets really loose, almost hits the fence, but ends up giving up a crucial spot there to Ben Rhodes. So Ben Rhodes able to gain a spot here on Grantenfinger after a little bit of a slip there. So it looks like we think Majeski's going to find a way to win this stage. It's going to be a tough one to watch here. Zane Smith gets the spot here on Majeski. He's now up to second. Majeski back to third. Taylor Gray to fourth. And Christian Eck is up inside the top 5. There we go. Let's go. 6 laps to go here in stage number 2. You got, they're battling it out here for fourth in the stage between Taylor Gray and Christian Eckes, a former Toyota driver, now driving for Chevy with Christian Eckes, and then you've got Taylor Gray, one of Toyota's current prospects, which isn't I don't think he's a major priority to Toyota, but I figure he can fill that seat until they start to need drivers again. Because right now Toyota's got a decent roster of drivers compared to their seats that they have in Cup. They don't really need to be looking for talent upon talent upon talent, unlike some teams where their talent pool is very depleted. But here we go. Grantenfinger continuing to hold off a lot of these guys. Hocevar is burning his way through the field, though. I'm curious if he's using up too much of those tires, though, trying to gain spots before the end of this stage. Hocevar, you don't need to be fighting for these spots. There are no points paid at the end of the stage. Hence why I'm confused as to why you pit there for fresh tires and are actually racing on them. I can understand if you kind of putt around in the back of the pack for the final 5 laps and then could stay out, but you're going to use up those tires a lot trying to race on them like that. But here we go. 2 laps to go in the second stage here. Looks like Corey Heim versus Zane Smith is going to be the battle here as they get down to the end. If you're Zane Smith, do you put Corey Heim in a very uncomfortable position here to try and help your Ford teammates who need Heim to be further back here? Not to mention to just kind of try and make a run at this race win yourself. It's the final lap, though. Corey Heim versus Zane Smith going into this final corner. Nobody's going to get there. It's going to be Corey Heim winning stage number 2 here. Zane Smith, Majeski, Eckes, Taylor Gray, your top 5. Rhodes comes home 6th, 7th, Purdy. 8th comes home Grantenfinger, 9th, Garcia. And rounding out your top 10 here in stage number 2, it is Carson Hocevar. So, a little bit of a surprise to see Carson Hocevar coming to pit road late in that stage to grab that pit spot, but there we go. That's the second stage ended there, and now it's just about these final 60 laps to the checkers here for these guys. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. Of course, if you guys are, hit the like button so that people know that this is a good stream. And of course, we'll be here through the end of this race, and we'll be here for the other 2 championship races over the course of the weekend. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Just kind of looking down through the field. So I believe Heim is closing in on having led the most laps so far tonight. But yeah, this is going to be a tough one, though, to see. Majeski led 48 laps. Meanwhile, Heim's only up to 44 laps. But yeah, I'm curious to see what ends up happening for Hocevar here as he goes for the restart here. That's going to be a little bit curious. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. So 27 cars on lead lap here. I believe one of those guys is getting his lap back. I think it's Stephen Parsons getting the free pass there. So good job there for Stephen Parsons getting that free pass, getting himself back on the lead lap, I believe. So 60 laps to go in the race. We're only an hour into this race. I thought this race was going to be a little bit longer here. But yeah, we're only about an hour into this race, and we're over halfway through. So here we go. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. So we already kind of talked about the NFL thing. Already talked about the poll up on the in the discussion thing. Let's see. Oh, let's just talk about some of the other NFL games going on Sunday. And we're back from commercial break. Never mind. I guess we don't need to fill time. So there we go. But yeah, Dolphins Chiefs on Sunday morning. That's gonna be a fun game. I'm gonna have to listen to that one on the radio because I won't be able to watch it because I'll be at work. But yep. We're going to pay for some of this here show, but here we go. Let's see. Coreyheim currently settling Coreyheim so far has looked the best of the championship guys, and I mentioned I thought he was my pick, but I'm kind of just a little bit surprised by everything other than Coreyheim that I predicted here, because I thought Infinger would be able to contest Heim for the position, and I thought Hocevar would look impressive early on and potentially flame out midway through. Still plenty of time for him to flame out. Potentially a mistake while leading, because he's going to be the leader here, I believe, after the pit stop. But again, Infinger, Rhodes, and Heim all should be coming to pit road this next time by, I believe, as they open, or whenever they open pit road. But yeah. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. So, 56 laps to go. And there we go. Yep, here comes everybody at pit road. The 42. I think Garcia also stays out. Jake Garcia might actually be the race leader here. Let's go. Jake Garcia taking the race lead here, I believe. So Ben Rhodes getting his 4 tires and fuel. I thought I saw him on pit road that last time by, but no, he appears to have not come to pit road that last time by, so because he's on pit road again. Got Infinger here getting his 4 tires and fuel. Coreyheim just now stopping in his pit stall. He's got that number 1 pit stall, the last one on pit road, so a long ways away from all the others. So he's getting his pit stop done here, and he's going to be on the roll, and it's going to be Zane Smith over Heim here. Smith, Heim, Rhodes, your top 3 coming off pit road. Taylor Gray, Majeski, the other drivers inside that top 5. Infinger comes off 6th place. So we'll have to see exactly what ends up transpiring here as we get ready for this one. But Zane Smith winning that race off pit road is gonna be big, I think. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going on, though. So they're going back to commercial break so we can talk about some of the other NFL matchups that will have happened or be almost done happening by the time we tune in on Sunday. So we got Dolphins-Chiefs. That one will be a pretty good game in the morning. Then you got Vikings-Falcons. Don't think anyone's excited for that game, especially considering Kirk Cousins got injured. Hope he can be better soon, but obviously an Achilles tear. You almost never see anyone come back from those in one season. Although, what's his name? Aaron Rodgers is looking like he might have a shot at it for the New York Jets, but that's not a Sunday game. They play on Monday night. Saints-Bears, nobody, I don't think outside of Bears and Saints fans are overly excited for that game. I see the Saints winning that. Rams versus Packers, that should be a good get-right game for the Rams after they got beat by the Cowboys last week. Commanders-Patriots will just be a defensive showdown to see what that D-line from the Commanders looks like now that they've sold off both their edge rushers at the trade deadline. Patriots, hopefully they can do something there. Seahawks-Ravens should be one of the contenders for game of the day. Yeah, I say both those bird teams have looked very good in recent weeks up until the Ravens played the Cardinals, but yeah. And then you've got Buccaneers-Texans. That hopefully should be a good game, just because both teams I feel are very much in the middle of the road. And then Browns should beat the Cardinals. So those are the 1 o'clock games at least. Let me see. Where are the Texans at for a record? They're a 3-4 team. Okay, so yeah, they're right in the middle of the road, just like almost every team in the NFL at this point. Because yeah, I mean, Colts at 3-5. I don't know if we're gonna try and make the playoffs or if we're tanking for Marvin Harrison. But yeah. So that's a quick little NFL preview, just kind of looking down through the 1 o'clock games that I won't be home for, but here we go. Time about Heim time, let's go. So it looks like it's actually going to be Eckes and Purdy leading the field here as they pace. Garcia comes out third based on who stays on the racetrack here. And then Coreyheim going to be starting 18th. That is going to be a deep restart here for Coreyheim. But yeah, if the strategy call doesn't pay off for Hocevar, though, it could very much end up benefiting. It could very much end up benefiting the other three. But 18th, 19th, and 22nd for the other three championship contenders. Hocevar could have a very easy coast to the championship here. So here we go. Let's see. Let's say Coreyheim, we haven't seen him necessarily be able to pass a ton of cars, but the good thing is that most of the cars in front of him aren't at the same quality as the cars we've seen him battling with for position up to this point. So here we go. Pace truck is off. Field in the hands of Chase Purdy and Christian Eckes here on the front row. Garcia and Hocevar in behind. And green flag's out. Green flag. And they are racing it out. And, yeah. Saw some... Oh, wait, no, that's... sorry, that was Speedy Dry. I thought I saw some smoke from contact, but no, we're all good. But, everybody 3, 4, 5 wide there is. They go through 3 and 4 here. Continuing to basically just cycle their way through. But, yeah, right now... yeah, there's Ben Rhodes and Coreyheim both trying to make their way through as many cars as they can here early on. Use those tires while they're good, because You don't know how long they're going to stay good for. Heim up to 12th at the line that time. So he went from 18th to 12th in one lap. So making some good runs here. Just curious to see how long those tires will stay good for both Heim and Ben Rhodes in behind him. Because both those drivers following each other through here. Meanwhile, Hocevar bouncing somewhere between 6th and 4th here. He's just kind of hanging out here. Oh, we got a caution flag. Somebody, a couple of cars tangled up there. Connor Jones, one of them. Not sure who the other truck is. Hard to see because that's the 61 of Jake Drew there, the other car involved in this one. So, caution flag flies. And, yeah, that'll... As a caution flies, Heim is scored 11th here. Ben Rhodes 14th. So, bit of a surprise considering those two had been running together nose to tail. And Grantenfinger actually gets scored up in the 12th position. So, all four championship drivers still looking like they're making progress. But, yeah, so here we go. Jake Drew and Connor Jones, they're both going to lose multiple laps as they're wrecked out of this thing. Haley Deegan also involved. Oh, no. So, Haley Deegan gets a piece of damage as well in this one, so that is unfortunate there. But, yeah, here we go. So, yeah, those two, not sure what actually happened. I want to see what happened to Haley Deegan, because I don't know if she didn't get a big piece of it. I think she and the 20 might have tangled later. But, yeah, hard to really tell exactly what happened, but, hey, you know what? Good on them for making it as far as they did, I guess, before caution flags started to pile up. But, yeah, no real surprise, though, that the trucks started to devolve like this. This is the caution flag series normally. I know the Xfinity Series last week tried to take that from them, but here we go. Let's see. So, yeah, they're showing the replay here. This, I think, is riding on board with Ben Rhodes here. But, yeah, Ben Rhodes getting squeezed middle of four wide, top of three now, top of three. And, yeah, there's just no real avenue for him to try and make anything happen here as they get ready for the... As I say, Ben Rhodes continuing to find his way through this field. Just kind of watching the replay right now. But, yeah. Rhodes was doing a pretty good job of fighting, but just not able to make it stick at the crucial time when the caution flew. There we go. Both drivers talking about what happened. Nobody really looking overly upset or blaming each other. Now, I think that honestly shows a little bit of respect between those two, which is something I've often criticized the younger drivers for not having enough of, is not being able to actually, it feels like too often we're seeing the young guys kind of going right to blaming somebody else for what happened versus talking with people and trying to figure out, okay, what did you see from your perspective? And then maybe getting into an argument. But, yeah, here we go. So, another commercial break here. Another chance for NASCAR to squeeze in as many advertisements into this race as possible. So, Carson Hocevar are still inside the top 5, but you got a lot of drivers knocking on that door for the top 10 here. So, yeah, that was... we already went and previewed them. I just want to grab my NASCAR fan reward points for the race. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and grab my points. So yeah, I'm currently sitting on Alright, there we go. Got my points, and yeah, we're ready to go. So, yep, here we go. Settling in. Not really sure what else is going on. You know what? A good way to find out what's going on? Twitter. Cause, NBA is going on. Let's go ahead and see what the NBA has for scores going on right now. Okay, Grizzlies and Trailblazers, Mavericks and Nuggets are playing right now. Those are the only two games currently going on. The Nets put away the Chicago Bulls in a very close game, 109 to 107 there. Golden State Warriors end up besting the Thunder 141 to 139. What are these scores? The Bucks put away the Knicks 110 to 105. Pacers and Cavaliers dueled it out, coming out a 5-point difference there. Pacers winning. And then the Miami Heat putting away the Washington Wizards there. 121 to 114 there. So yeah, so the Grizzlies and Trailblazers games are both at halftime right now. But yeah, here we go. So they're cutting. They're coming back from commercial break, and we're ready to go back racing. Alright, so yeah, I'm up to 11th. Again, we've kind of talked about these. We got the spots, but here we go. Let's see. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready to go back to racing, so should be green flag here momentarily. So again, this top 10 is going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Zane Smith on the fresher tires, along with Corey Heim and the other championship contenders, trying to make their way through. Derek Kraus, Matt Crafton, Tanner Gray, some of these other guys who played the short game here, trying to make it work. But yeah, here we go. Choose cone is done. They've gone and done the inside-outside here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. I say Hocevar on the bottom of the line. I don't know if that's necessarily the place to be, though. I mean, he might be able to get the lead, which is kind of the thing you're looking for. Hey, Patrick, how's it going? Alright, here we go. So, hey, Patrick, who are your championship picks? Do you have your picks? Because I know you're you like this truck series more than probably anybody else I know. But here we go. Let's see. We're getting ready for the restart. And Eckes versus Garcia here on the... Oh, no, that's Sanchez on the inside. Never mind. Sanchez on the inside. I thought it was Garcia there on the inside there. And they go 3-4 wide in the middle of the pack here. It's Phoenix, and it's a restart. They're fanning out wide. Again, Heim and Infinger are going to try and gain as many spots as humanly possible here. Infinger actually looking a little bit ahead of Heim. I think he and Heim might be battling it out for position here. But right now, it looks like a host of our might be losing spots here, which is not what you want to be doing right now. But yeah, let's look. See, as right now, Crafton trying to box out the 23 of Infinger here on the restart. Carson, Allgaier, Blaney. Okay. Not bad. As Carson Osavar, he's currently the championship leader, but he is up there on strategy. Curious to see if the fresher tires on Heim can start to cut through this field. Zane Smith on the fresher tires has already gotten up into the side of the top 5. That is impressive right there. Yeah, then you've got the Corey Heim, who's up into the 10th spot here, but Crafton is doing everything he can to try and help his championship contending teammate Ben Rhodes here, but Ben Rhodes just has not been able to do enough to help himself so far. Allgaier, I can see it. Ironically, Allgaier I have picked as my second place runner in the championship tomorrow. I think it'll be between him and the 20, but I think the 20 gets it. But yeah, right now Ben Rhodes has lost his spot inside the top 10 here. He's or top 15 even. He's 16th here. He's continuing to try and make something happen here, and the fact that he's got fresher tires should help him start to claw some of these spots back as he moves up into the top 15, top 14. Oh, what? Oh, contact there with the 15 there, Tanner Gray. He's just getting rough, I guess, here as he starts to make his way through. Didn't wreck him, but man, that was not exactly gentle. I'd be shocked if potentially those drivers aren't... Yeah. If that driver and his teammates might not be playing quite as nice with Ben going forward. Although they do have a championship teammate, which is the worry already. Heim up to 8th here. He's only got 2 spots behind. He's only 2 spots out of that championship position here. And Hocevar, I think Hocevar's got to know it at this point that right now the Kyle Busch Motorsports 4 car is the only thing separating himself from that number 11 car. And there we go. Hocevar to the inside on the 4 car. And now the championship battle. It is a heads-up fight. Heim, Hocevar. Who is going to get this thing done here? Carson Hocevar versus Corey Heim. And now Heim to the back bumper here. He's got fresher tires than... he's got about 10 laps less on his tires than Carson Hocevar does. Hocevar trying to hold Heim up the track. Going up the track. Cuts him off there as they file into line here. And let's see. It's going to just keep going and going here. But Corey Heim taking his time. He knows he's got the fresher tires. He's got time to try and make something happen here. So yeah, Hocevar last pit at lap 78. Heim pit at 94 is the difference in their the laps on their tires here. But yeah, I would be shocked if Heim stays behind Hocevar for too much longer here. But Ben Rhodes and Infinger both starting to make runs at the top 10 here. Infinger up to 10th, Ben Rhodes to 11th here. And there we go. To the inside goes Heim. New championship leader. It's Corey Heim. And yeah, there we go. Heim closes off that exit there. And there we go. Oh, as Hocevar tried to go in there. He gives a back bump to the back of Corey Heim. Heim, though, able to hold on and continues to maintain this lead over the championship. Meanwhile, Eckes has actually has stayed ahead of Sanchez. And oh, no! Are you kidding me? What happened there? Heim had just cleared Hocevar, and now Heim is around into the back of Friesen there. What happened? Let's say Hocevar looks upset, which. Okay, so I mean, at the very least, it sounds like he's apologetic. But what happened? And say Friesen Friesen is the unfortunate bystander in this situation. Oh my! I'm gonna start playing. But yeah, here we go. So here we go. Let's see. I want to see what happened here on this with this contact. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, he just came up the track in behind Heim and just wiped him out. Okay, yeah, no big surprise there. But yeah, I feel really bad for Stuart Friesen, a complete bystander there in that one. Ends up getting collected here, but yeah, I want to hear what Heim had to say there. I guarantee it's not a pleasant opinion, and I'm curious to see what he has to say when he gets back to Hocevar here. So I was right in a way about what I said about Hocevar. I said a mistake near the midpoint. We're a little bit further than the midpoint at this point, but so I'm not gonna do the race tonight. I'm gonna do a championship poll here. But yeah, this significantly changes what's gonna happen here. So VAR. Yeah, you gotta put that behind you. That ain't gonna happen, unfortunately. Alright, here we go. And then the final driver is Corey Heim. So there we go. There's the championship poll. Go ahead and let us know who you guys think is going to be your Truck Series champion here tonight. So we got ourselves a poll, and yeah, we got a little under 30 laps to go as they go to commercial break, and yeah, that's going to change the development of this race, because I wouldn't be shocked if Heim potentially is looking for revenge, although I will say the calmness on the radio there of telling him to put it behind him and all that, while they're saying all the right things, we got to wait until we can see if it actually relates to what they do in the latter half of this race, but not doing terrible here, so. Looking back at those two NBA games, no real big changes here. Nuggets lead the Mavericks 76 to 57. Now in the third period. And the Trailblazers and the Grizzlies are in a pretty close match right now, 73 to 70 there for those games. And I don't get it. How on earth does the NBA have scores this high, this consistently? Up over 100 points consistently? I mean, but yeah. Let me see how the so Celtics are undefeated in the Eastern Conference. Bucks 3-2. Just kind of looking through a couple of the big couple of the teams I know the names of. 76ers. And then the Western Conference, you got Nuggets and Warriors both have a loss, and Mavericks don't have a loss yet. Lakers being 3-2 is a little bit surprising. I normally think of them as a much better team. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, the Grizzlies are looking for their first win of their season. And the Mavericks, if the Nuggets beat the Mavericks tonight, that'll move, I think, the Nuggets up into first place in the Western Conference. So, you know, it's early on in their season, but hey, you know what? Every game counts, right? So, we are currently sitting at 22 people in the stream. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, like and subscribe if you guys have enjoyed these streams throughout the NASCAR season. We got ourselves a little under 30 laps to go here tonight in the Truck Series finale. Also, go ahead and take part in that mid-race poll for the who you guys think the Truck Series champion is going to be. But, yeah. And then we've got ourselves the battle for the race win here. So, yeah, I want to know what I want to know what ends up happening if those two end up near each other again here. All right, let's see. What's the team telling Hocevar here? Okay, they're telling him all the right things. Just the question of, all right, here we go. Pace truck's off. He is on the front row here. Hocevar on the front row for the restart. And, yeah, here we go. Green flag, green. We should be seeing it momentarily. There we go. There's the green flag. Green flag is out. And we're ready to go racing. And Hocevar all the way to the inside yet again. And this time he's got Eckes looking to his inside. And there we go. He's getting past left and right here. Again, he's got older tires than most of the people around him here. And more contact, and how did they keep that straight? There was a lot of contact there for no caution. Ben Rhodes up into the championship position now. Ben Rhodes makes the move on by. Then you've got Infinger. What happened? Where did Hocevar drop to here? But, yeah, right now, Ben Rhodes up into that third position here. He's battling with Eckes here for fourth, but he doesn't need this spot. He can give that one up. And Carson Hocevar has dropped all the way back to Heim. Oh, boy, uh-oh. And Corey Heim's gone past him. Carson Hocevar has dropped to 18th right now. Heim up to 14th. So, I want to know what happened to Carson Hocevar here on the restart that caused him to lose all those spots. So the 98 pushed him a little bit sideways there, but I'm curious if he might have just been too much in his own head here into 3 and 4 where the mistake happened last time. Let's see. There was contact with somebody there off the corner. And then there was the potential of the 99 wrecking in front of him. That was a concern there for a minute. But, yeah, and then Ben Rhodes going on by him here. But, yeah, Hocevar's dropped further back, and now he's going to have to try and claw back forward with lesser tires here. Meanwhile, oh, we got a caution. Caution flags out. Bailey Curry, Daniel Dye, and Stephen Parsons involved here. The 25, the 43, and the 41. Bailey Curry's already dropped his window net. Could not see the window nets of the other two drivers. I'm assuming they're all okay. Looks like a somewhat just minor fender bender if we kind of standard practice at Phoenix, but hopefully, as I say, it looks like Stephen Parsons got his window net down. He's climbing out of the car. And Daniel Dye's window net is down as well. So all three drivers have signaled to the safety crews they're okay. But, yeah, not sure what happened there, but those three cars all stacked right up together. Right against that outside line. We got some oil to clear up, so it'll be a minute. But, yeah, we get a chance to just kind of sit back and watch. But, hey, Patrick, you proud of your boy there, Carson Hocevar, after what we saw? I'm curious to hear what you got to say about that one, considering, ironically, you picked him only a few minutes before the incident. I'm not sure what happened there. Sounds like Stephen Parsons is potentially mad at the 41. I got to see a little bit of a better replay here to see exactly what happened. Oh, yeah, the 41 just got into the back of the 25, spinning him around, and then the 25 spinning back up the track right in the way of the 41 and the 43. The 43, a complete bystander here, and the 25 was just trying to get up and out the way, knowing he was entering the corner there. Yeah, I'm gonna say Stephen Parsons talking to the to Bailey Curry, definitely upset here as we get ready to go here. Hey Eli, how's it going? And yeah, it's gonna get interesting. You've got a championship contender who had already gotten spun out once here. You got Infinger versus Rhodes, and the red flag flies here tonight. So we got the red flag out. And here we go. Let's see what we got. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you in the chat, Eli. How's it going? Who's your championship picks? Because Patrick already shared his for his 3 championship picks. I've shared 2 of mine in my previous videos, previewing these championship weekend races. But yeah, this one, a wreck with between non-playoff guys. Red's out from a crash. I'm not sure which driver you're talking about right now, but red flag. Yeah, the red flag is out right now. They're working on drying up the track. They don't want to lose too many laps here. But yeah, there was some oil left after the 25 of Stephen Parsons spun into the inside wall and then bounced back up towards the outside wall, which is what collected the 41 of Parsons and the 43 of Daniel Dye. So they're trying to get that oil dried up. But yeah, the red flag is out right now. Not a caution I would normally expect to see the red flag thrown, but I'm assuming, again, just trying to maintain as many laps as I can. That way we can have a real championship battle rather than it being like 5-10 to go when they go back green. Not to mention they don't want the drivers driving through oil and then potentially having oil on their tires being the cause of the caution, having the cause of another caution on the restart. Because then it looks bad for NASCAR when they're at fault for it. But yeah. All right, Ben Allgaier's been strong and Blaney's been on fire. Yeah, I mean, Ben Rhodes up there in 3rd right now. He was not my pick. I thought he was going to be irrelevant most of the day, but he's been right in the middle of it, looking very strong comparatively to what I thought. Allgaier, I have Allgaier finishing 2nd in the championship battle in Xfinity. I think it's going to be between him and John Hunter Nemechek late. And then Blaney, I could definitely see that one. I don't know who I'm going to pick on in tomorrow's video. I'll be previewing the championship Final 4 for the Cup Series with my dad in my video that'll come out tomorrow afternoon. So stay tuned for that. Still don't know who I'm going to pick for that one, but right now we got a shot here. And in fact, all three manufacturers still have a shot to sweep the weekend, which we've never seen in the Championship 4 era. We've never seen a single manufacturer able to sweep the entire weekend. There's usually a Toyota or a Ford mixed in with a Chevy potentially in the Xfinity Series, like when the Junior Motorsports guys have gone and won their championships. Yeah, you've seen a lot of them. Oh yeah, his championship interview is fun. But yeah, okay, well we'll be here, Eli. Don't you worry about that. But yeah, right now we're currently under the red flag. 20 laps to go here. Hocevar, ended up in a wreck here. Or, no, Hocevar didn't end up in a wreck. Sorry. Hocevar's teammate ended up in a wreck, but Hocevar drifted way back there on the restart, all the way back to 18th now, and he's on older tires. I don't know. If I'm him, I'm biting the bullet here, and I'm grabbing that, I'm coming to pit road here, getting my fuel and tires done. I don't want to be on the back foot and having to pass cars here. But yeah, right now they're talking with Rich Lucius, the crew chief on the Ben Rhodes machines. Should be a again we should be back to racing here in a few minutes. Just again trying to dry up the oil without running out of time for the championship finale. But yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. Sanchez not looking too bad here. I'm curious to see what Corey Heim ends up doing. They're talking with Corey Heim's crew chief now. But yeah, just don't know what the 42 was thinking there when he got into the back of the 11 car. And honestly, from what he said in the thing right afterwards, I honestly think he is sincere that he didn't mean to get into the back of him. Although the problem is that he's done that a lot in his career, which makes you wonder how honest he is about that and how sincere. But yeah, that was definitely a mistake at the very least on Hostfar's part. The question is the intent, and yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get a great answer on that. But yeah, if that ends up costing Heim the championship, I guarantee he'll look right back at that and be like, well, now I know what I can do to. Well, unfortunately, Hosvar is not going to be in the Truck Series next year, but Heim will know what potentially could happen in the Truck Series, and he could go for it here. But yeah, they're going to commercial break, and they'll be back here with another one. But yeah, we're just kind of settling in. But yeah, we're just kind of settling in here, though, getting ready for the run to the checkers. Of course, if you guys are new, let's check see what our subscriber count is right now. So we got 20 people in here hanging out. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Let's see. YouTube Studio. We are currently sitting at 2409 on the subscriber count, so we're working our way towards that 2500 number. That's the big goal. Definitely pie in the sky. Yeah, thinking here. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. So yeah, here we go. Just kind of settling in. Again, we got a long way to go here. It is now officially Saturday morning for those of us here on the East Coast. 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here. And they're showing a NFL, a Fox NFL ad. So it should be hopefully only like one more commercial before we get back to this. But again, the red flag is still out. Currently red flag due to the crash between the 25 of Parsons and the 41 of Bailey Curry, which collected Daniel Dye. So only a 3-car incident, but we're just kind of settling in here, waiting it out here. So they're showing the guys in the booth here, or the guys back home in the studio. You got. So So yeah, just kind of listening into what they're talking about, because they're talking about the host of our incident, and I wanted to hear what some of these other guys who have done this before. A guy like Trevor Bain. But yeah, talking about Corey Heim's ability to fight back. But yeah, my specific quote from the video yesterday was something along the lines of thinking that, we could see, I felt like a mistake around the midway point was going to take Hocevar out of contention. Curious if that was the mistake, although it doesn't seem like it's taken him out of contention entirely. He's currently 18th. But here we go. So you got Grantenfinger currently sitting 4th here. He's got a good shot at this one. He's got a lot of experience under his belt. He's been driving in this series for a long time. And then you've got Ben Rhodes just ahead of him, the only driver ahead of him for that championship. And then you've got Corey Heim coming from the back. So, again, hopefully we'll see this red flag lifted, and we'll be back to yellow flag here momentarily. But, again, we're just waiting on this one. But, yeah, we're just kind of waiting this one out here. So it looks like Hocevar and Ben Rhodes are currently the 2 favorites according to the poll for who we think is going to win the championship here. So let's go right ahead. So, quick look at the NBA score. The Nuggets are about to pass the 100 mark. Yeah, the Nuggets 98 versus the Mavericks currently sitting at 81 points. So the Nuggets leading in that matchup. And again, that matchup could be first in the overall Western Conference. Not sure how the tiebreak will all play out there, but I think it'll be Nuggets taking the lead in that conference. Then you got the Grizzlies and Trailblazers here, 2 of the lesser teams in the NBA right now. The Grizzlies looking for their first win, currently leading by a point here, 87-86. And not sure where the Trailblazers are in terms of the... they are 12th in the Western Conference, but they at least have a couple of wins on their season so far for the NBA. And the red flag is lifted. We're back to yellow. Okay, there we go. So cars are pacing, and we are back to yellow flag conditions. Waiting for the, obviously the restart will be coming back around here. But yeah, here we go. We got ourselves 20 laps to go here. And I don't know if they're going to open pit road this first time by or if they're going to take a lap, but yeah, they're showing the big noon Saturday for college football. You got Texas versus Kansas State. That one being so that should be the noon game there for the college football. Let me see what other college football matchups are going on. Who are the Gators playing? That's my biggest question. Although I won't get to see it I won't get to see it on this list because they didn't rank Florida again. But yeah, Alabama, LSU, that's going to be the big game. Purdue, Michigan, Washington versus USC, Oregon versus California, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, Georgia, Missouri, that's going to be a big one. But, yeah, let me look up Gators specifically. So we play the Arkansas Razorbacks tomorrow at noon. So yeah, that should be an easy win for the Florida Gators, but yeah, hopefully we'll have to wait and see here. And there we go. Hocevar coming down pit road. He's coming down for a fresh set of tires. I don't know if he has a completely fresh set or if this will have to be a set of scuffs here. And here we go. Friesen coming out of pit road here. I don't know if Friesen's overly happy with Hocevar either, because Hocevar is the reason that Friesen has damage. And yeah, looked like Friesen swerving at the 42 a little bit on pit road. Not sure if that was just unintentional but certainly could have been seen as intentional there, as they were going down pit road together. Hey, Craig, how's it going? Yeah, the trucks are rolling here. So you just left the track. Okay, I'm assuming just getting late. But yeah, if you just left the track, yeah, the trucks did just get re-rolling here. Red flag's been lifted, and we're ready to go back to racing here momentarily. I think the choose cone will be done in a lap or so as they get Corey Heim, or as they get Carson Ostermeyer, back to the back of the field here. But yeah. So, we're going to be talking about this one. We got 18 to go. We'll be about 15 to go when we go green, but yep. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. So, Corey Heim, he is going to be motivated here. He's being shown in 10th place. I'm not sure, as I'm guessing people ahead of him just pit because he was 12th when the red flag was out. So, I'm guessing a couple of guys ahead of him here. I don't know. I think it'll come down to what happens in the last few laps of this race. I think if Hocevar and Heim want to, I think a fight would definitely be justified between those two if it's initiated by Corey Heim, especially if that wreck ends up being what keeps Heim from winning the championship, or if they come together, if they have another mid-race collision. Other than that, I don't think we've really seen anything that would justify a fight at this point. If Parsons and Bailey Curry were going to fight, they would have already done it by now. So, I think for a post-race fight, if we do see one, it'll probably be Heim and Hocevar. But again, at this point, it'll depend on what happens. Oh! Somebody swerving down into the side of somebody there as they were coming down to the choose cone. Not sure who that was, but someone just swerved right at. Oh yeah, that was the 17 there of Taylor Gray that swerved right into the door of Corey Heim here. Very late decision for Taylor Gray going and driving right into the door of Heim. Heim's not happy about that one, I'm sure. Yet another incident there for Corey Heim. Luckily no damage from that, but man, having a teammate cut you off right there as you're settled into your spot, because Heim didn't really have any time to go and change what lane he wanted based on that, but here we go. We should be getting ready to go back racing. Doubled up. Pace truck is in. Field in the hands of Zane Smith and Christian Eckes on this front row. Row 2 being the championship contenders row. You got Ben Rhodes in on the top side. You got Infinger on the inside. Corey Heim will be restarting somewhere on that inside line, and Hocevar is even further back there in 24th here. Green flag's out. Green flag, and they're racing here at Phoenix for the championship finale. Let's see what's going to happen here. Ben Rhodes with a big check up there down the straightaway, and that's going to allow Grant Infinger to move to that outside line. And Ben Rhodes just doesn't look like he's got much for speed right now at all. He's just giving up another spot here to a couple of these other guys. And, there we go. That's the 4 of that's the Bama Buggies car making his way up into that top 5 here. But, Corey Heim making his way up to 7th here already, and he is driving mad right now. He's in behind his teammate Jesse Love right now, but I don't know how long that's going to last. He's got to he needs 4 spots here. Corey Heim needs 4 more positions to try and go for this one. So let's see. Corey Heim, he's going to try and get there. The question is whether or not Infinger can hold on. If Grant Infinger can hold on, that would make a very cool championship story. I think Heim, though, has more than earned this championship, though, if he does somehow drive back here to get this one. But, yeah, we're racing, and let's see. Again, Hocevar, though, up to 19, so he's starting to climb, and he has a fresh set of tires, I believe. Don't know if we've heard if that's a scuff set or if that's a fully sticker set. But right now, though, Heim has now gotten by Love for the for that 6th spot. Now he's chasing down Purdy, who is right on the tail of the 2 championship contenders here. It's going to be a fight coming down the end of this one. You got Infinger, Rhodes. Let's see what it's going to be here. Let's say a little bit of damage here on the 11 truck from the contact with the 42. Potentially hurting the top end performance from the 11. That is not good here. We got 11 laps to go. I don't know. Do we see overtime here tonight? That's going to be the interesting thing. If we do see overtime, I think we could very well see Heim make a run at this thing. I just don't know what we have for what Heim has left in that truck at this point, because he does not look like he's got the same speed he had earlier. And they've got 10 laps to go. 10 more times around for the Truck Series season. So for the truck drivers, this is their season on the line here. Ben Rhodes versus Infinger. Do we see Rhodes put it on the line to try and go for the pass on Infinger? And do we see that potentially cost one or both of them potentially here late in this final stage? 9 laps to go. Zane Smith, though, looking to cap off his Truck Series career potentially with a win. Obviously, I'm sure we'll see him down here on a part-time basis, but full-time, he's going to the Cup Series next year as a part of that Spire Motorsports team. But right now, yeah, Infinger, he doesn't seem to know if he has anything for Heim, but the problem is I don't know if Heim's going to have a shot at getting there right now. And so they are starting to pull away here from Ben Rhodes, so I think Grant Infinger, he looks safe. I just say it's between him and Rhodes right now. Corey Heim just a little too far back without a caution, I don't think. If we see a caution, that changes the complexion of this race, but otherwise, it's going to be a matter of can Ben Rhodes find some speed here in a lane that isn't the one that Grant Infinger's running. And what is Rhodes willing to do for a championship? Because Ben Rhodes already has a championship. He has, I believe it was 2021, he won the championship. So, what are you willing to do for another championship versus what is Infinger willing to do to try and get his first championship here? He's been in this truck series for a while here. But, yeah, it's going to be a fight. That's for sure. I just don't know how much of a fight Ben Rhodes will be able to give here as we got 6 laps to go here. 6 more times around. 5 to go now. 5 more times around as Zane Smith takes that 5 to go. And we don't have a lot of time left on the clock here. As that clock continues to get closer and closer to midnight, what we end up seeing here is going to be interesting. So Ben Rhodes continuing to close in on Infinger. Infinger continuing to disappear into the night sky. 4 laps to go. 4 more times around for the Truck Series season. It's looking like Infinger might just storm away to the end of this one. We'll have to wait and see, but it very well could be the end for Ben Rhodes' second championship bid here. No, there's a big crash! Caution flag flies. Hocevar involved. Carson Hocevar is done. Big wreck. Carson Hocevar's day is done. Not sure what ended up happening to cause this one, but he is rolled to a stop against the outside wall, and we have a caution flag, and we're going to have a restart. It's going to be overtime here. This race is not over yet. Let's go. Ben Rhodes with another shot here. Corey Heim, I don't know where he is in all this, but, Taylor Gray spun around on the front stretch. But, yeah, we're going to have to wait and see here. Man, Taylor Gray has been very good this year. He's been top 10 a lot of tonight. He's been top 10 a lot this year in general. But right now, a little bit of damage on the right side of the, or on the left side of the number 11 truck. I'm curious to, oh! Never mind, Corey Heim has a lot of damage on the right side too. Wait, so what happened? Oh. Corey Heim just paid the 42 back, okay. So, Corey Heim just went and paid the 42 back. He didn't care about his season at that point. He was just getting back at the 42, it looks like. I don't necessarily think it was undeserved there, but man, you just threw away your season though on an immature move there. So, yeah, watch out for the back here, but yeah, no, that's just that's just Heim paying back that 42 truck. I had a feeling we were going to see that, but now here's the question. Do we see the fight before the end of the race, or do they wait till after the race for Heim and Hocevar to take off the gloves and fight? But, yeah, that's 2 championship contenders down, so it's Enfinger versus Rhodes for the title. So, here we go. I'm going to say, I'd be shocked if Heim has anything left to fight with, but he does have a... I'm going to say, we'll have to wait and see, but... yeah, I don't think he's got much left to fight with, so it's going to be... I'm going to say, he hasn't gotten out the car, though, so it's not officially out yet. So... Rhodes versus Enfinger here, though, for the championship. Who gets it? Who loses it out here? You can't pit. If you pit, you lose. Because if you pit, your opponent's not going to, and you're going to be stuck deep in the field here. And they're going to commercial break. We'll be right here through the commercial break. But man, this changes everything. As we got caution flag out here. And yep, that is going to be a big thing here. The Nuggets have passed the 100 mark here. 106 for the Nuggets. Mavericks at 95 over in the NBA games. And then the Grizzlies holding off the Trailblazers here for the 96-92 there. So Memphis versus Portland is that game. But yeah, just giving you guys an update on the other sports games going on at the moment, since you guys are deciding to spend your Friday evening or Saturday morning, depending on what coast you're on, over here with me. So thank you guys for everybody that's chosen to spend your morning with me. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look on Twitter here. So yeah, I'm say Busher. Say what a pitiful lack of sportsmanship. I mean, not overly surprised, but I'm not overly surprised. Let's see what else is going on that host of ours time. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so looks like Fox also thinking that was Friesen letting Hocevar know. But yeah. But I don't necessarily blame Heim for what happened, but you gotta have a better head on your head. So, that was just a bit of immaturity there for sure from Hocevar, or from Heim here. But yeah, again, you got to have a little bit more emotional maturity if you want a shot at the championship here. Hamlin going after the 22. Not sure. Hamlin and Logano, I don't know if there's much for active beef right there between those two. But yeah, this Sunday is going to be interesting though. You got the youngest championship 4 in history here. You got Kyle Larson, the oldest, I think, of the group, if I'm not mistaken. Then you got Blaney, Byron, and Bell, all much younger guys here. Say. So, yeah, it looks like Heim is out the race, so he and Hocevar are both done for the day. Say, I would not be shocked if we do see something come from this, but here we go. This race is going to cross the 2-hour mark here. As we are getting ready here for the end of this race. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. So, again, I'm assuming Eckes and Zane Smith are going to lock out that front row. They're not going to let a championship guy get that front row. So it'll be a championship second row here. Enfinger versus Rhodes for that on that second row here. But yeah, Hocevar and Heim both ending their championship bids here. Again, emotional immaturity here on Heim. He needed to keep his head about him because he had. I mean, the damage from Hocevar did end his shot at the championship, but again, I don't know. You should not be using your race car as a weapon. I will stand by that point right there. But yeah, here we go. So here we go. So to think, both Zane Smith and Eckes were close to transferring if they could have just found something to go right in that last round, whether that be Talladega, whether that be Homestead, whether that be Kansas. And now it's down to, and now they're racing for the win, but not the championship here. So Zane Smith versus so Smith versus Eckes. Are they going to take the front row here? Yep, Zane and Eckes taking the front row there. And here we go. Let's see. So it's going to be a second row battle here. Rhodes does have a couple of teammates inside that top 10 that could potentially try and lend a hand. I don't know how much of a hand they'll be able to lend from that far back, but yeah, I know. I'm getting annoyed with the Monopoly Go ads to Eli. I've been seeing them on everything YouTube related for the last 2-3 months. So here we go. But yeah, here we go. 2-lap overtime restart. If we see the white flag, we know this NASCAR overtime rule. If we see the white flag, the race is over. Next flag ends it. If not, we go for another restart. So let's see what we are going to see here. Pace truck heads to pit road here, leaving the field in the hands of Zane and Christian here. Heading to that Geico restart zone. It'll be a green flag restart. Green. Green flag is out. We're racing at Phoenix once again here for the final time, hopefully. And Ben Rhodes looking in the middle of 3 wide for the lead here. He gets squished in the middle, though, and Enfinger to the outside of Ben Rhodes for the championship. Ben Rhodes continuing to fight it out here, making a lot of contact there, but Ben Rhodes sneaks through to the side-by-side for the race lead, but he's starting to drop back here, but he made a lot of contact with Oh, we got a caution flag just before the white. Caution flag before the white. The 77 comes out. Enfinger was dropping back a lot after that contact there. And we got ourselves a caution flag here. Derek Kraus spins out and we get the caution flag. So the stage is not over yet. Not really sure what on earth happened there. We're going to have to wait and see on that one, but Yeah, this, we get a... Yeah, damage on the... Are we really going to see a championship race where all 3 championship drivers get taken out due to contact with other championship contenders? I mean, so it sounds like, so the 23 coming to pit road for 4 fresh tires. He's going to have to drive his way through the entire field in 2 laps. I don't know if that's possible, but if it is, I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. But yeah, damage on the 23 though, forcing him to come to pit road after the contact with the 99 car. Pit road not open yet, so nobody coming down pit road. But again, we know Infinger will be. Let's see the replay on the restart here. Yeah, Ben Rhodes trying to stuff it up the middle of the 3 wide there. Yeah, gets to the inside there, and then just kind of starts to drift back, makes some contact with the, and yeah, just shoves the 30, or not the 34, the 23 into the 19 there, and just basically gives them both a decent chunk of damage while trying to hold on to that spot. Ah, man, this is starting to get sloppy, but again, it's not exactly what I didn't expect. It's not exactly what I expected, but it's similar enough. So here we go. Let's see. But yeah, there we go. Grizzlies passing the 100 mark over in their game. But yeah, here we go. So let's see if we can keep this going here, though. Looks like Infinger taking a slight favorite in terms of who we think's going to win the championship here. 32% to 29%. It's still pretty close, though, as Infinger rolls down pit road here, and he is very lonely on pit road there. Not a lot of other drivers on the pit road with him. You're gonna have to wait and see if those are sticker tires going on. I don't think he would have any fresh sets, but we'll have to wait and see. I can't see if there's a sticker on the tires that they're putting on there, but if those are sticker tires, we might have a shot at a good finish here. If those are scuff tires, it looks like sticker tires there for the oh, but no, it looks like there's a toe problem. We'll have to wait and see for sure how Infinger drives it, but he's gonna try. But the problem is right now all Rhodes needs to do is not wreck, and he'll finish this one in victory lane or not even in victory lane, but just with the championship. He doesn't need to win. But yeah, this might be the first. I think this might be the first time in the winner takes all format that we've seen a single driver or a single championship contender actually finish the race. Because normally there's at least 2 still in the race by the end of it. But at this point, it just matters about getting this one green to the checkers here. And Infinger, I'm sure, is not happy with Heim for the way that they did that. Because Heim getting that revenge on Hocevar there ended Infinger's shot at the championship, and then obviously Ben Rhodes made contact with him trying there. So Heim isn't actually out the race yet, so I thought Heim would be out the race, but no, Heim 24th, couple laps down. Then you got Grant Infinger tail end of the lead lap here, 22nd position. This is going to be interesting as we get ready for the restart. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I am. And here we go. Wow, it is 12:30 in the morning here. Kind of feels like watching this, watching the highlights from his press conference after his championship a couple years ago. Kind of sounds like he's... It sounds a lot like that Brad Keselowski championship interview from 2012. If you guys haven't seen that interview going around, you guys definitely should. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Ben Rhodes definitely will be the. We're gonna have to wait and see, but I don't see a world where he isn't the champion here, as he starts on the inside of row number 1 here for the restart. Where is Zinfinger gonna be starting? Not inside the top 8 rows that they're showing. So here we go. Here we go. Let's see. So, again, could Chase Purdy go up here and get a walk-off win for KBM in their final Truck Series race, as Spire Motorsports has now bought that truck team? No, we could see it. I mean, hey, you never know. But yeah, right now, Purdy on that inside, it's going to be tough because he's got to get by himself. He's got to get by the 99 of Rhodes and the 38 of Zane Smith. But if Rhodes takes himself and Smith out of it, I could see Purdy being the race winner here. Purdy's been very good most of the day, and he's looking like a shot at the race win. Pace truck, heads to pit road, diving for cover here. And for once, I actually think he might need cover here as Zane Smith goes and settles into the pole position here as they get ready to restart this one. Coming through the final set of corners here. And here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they are racing at Phoenix. Can they make it one lap before they wreck it? Oh, no! Ben Rhodes goes and just takes out Zane Smith. What on earth was that? What? Are you kidding me? Ben Rhodes with a massive amount of damage. What? What on earth? What did you do, Ben? You needed to just keep it clean and you were the champion. And now you got damage. Now, you might still be able to hold on here, but you had the championship in hand. Eck is the leader. Purdy second here. And now, oh man. Jack Wood with major damage. Looks like he might be out the race. We'll have to wait and see. But man, this one isn't over yet. Here we go. This championship fight might not be over yet. Infinger up to 18th. Rhodes with damage. So this is why you came and this is the finish you guys came and stayed for, right? Let's go. But yeah, right now though it's a dead even tie here between Infinger and Rhodes on the fan poll as to who you guys think is gonna get this one. And I thought for sure all Ben Rhodes needed to do was keep it clean for one lap, and he didn't even keep it clean for one corner. Oh, okay. Zane Smith made contact with him on the pace lap there. Zane Smith missed a shift is what they're saying is why he made contact there. But yeah, he did turn into the 99 before the start. But yeah, and then the 99 just drives right into the 38. Oh, they're saying they're saying Zane Smith missed a shift there. I thought he was shifting into gear for the restart because I do that all the time in NASCAR Heat and in iRacing too when I'm shifting back and forth between gears. But yeah, there we go. Another caution here, and we're we got the yellow flag out yet again. How many laps will this race go? Will it go 175, 200? Will we see 250 here tonight? Actually, how many laps is tomorrow's Xfinity race? Can we at least hit that distance? The Xfinity Series race is gonna be don't know how long the Xfinity race is. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. But yeah, Ben Rhodes gonna be just trying to get through 2 laps at this point. All right, let's see. Championship race is 200 laps, so I don't know if we get. We better not get to that kind of craziness, but I wouldn't be shocked at this point. But Grantenfinger slipping through, and he makes it through unscathed, surprisingly there. But yeah, if Infinger doesn't have a ton of damage here, and Rhodes does have some significant damage, that could be interesting here. But yeah, right now though, Ben Rhodes has a good shot to, he still has a good shot. He just needs to complete 2 laps in 4th place right now. But man, yeah, Ben Rhodes knows the situation. They're not going to tell him how bad it really is here. But yeah. That front end, though, I mean, that is... all 4 championship contenders with potentially race-ending damage. 3 of them still putting around here. And Coreyheim's back on the lead lap. So if something were to happen both to Infinger and Rhodes, you could see this one end up being a championship won by Heim still. If it does come back to Heim, I will be shocked and probably not the biggest fan of how it pulled off. But here we go. So, Choose Cone should be coming up here soon. But, yeah, Rhodes currently in the 6th position as they get ready for the Choose. But, here we go. We might say Central Time Zone about to end up welcoming in Saturday morning with some Truck Series action here. But, yeah, here we go. Are we going to see all 4 times? We better not see all the time zones in the U.S. Better not all see this on Saturday. I'm hoping that at least local time in Arizona better not be past midnight when we see this thing. But it's 171 laps is currently the scheduled end of the race, it looks like. But, yeah, they're doing another college football promo. Penn State versus Maryland. Okay, that's not a bad game. Hopefully should be a pretty good one at least. Penn State versus Maryland. But, yeah. So, here we go. Let's see. Yeah. Let's say. Promos us tomorrow. It's really today. Here we go. Let's see what this restart, though, is going to look like. Again, all Ben Rhodes needs is to not fall completely apart in 2 laps. And he needs them not to cause another caution here. Let's see what we're going to see here. Can it make 2 miles? That is going to be the thing we're going to have to wait and see here. So, Infinger currently showing 18th for Infinger here. So, 18th for Grant Infinger. And here we go. They're going and doing the Choose Cone. Rhodes is going to end up ends up outside 3rd row for Infinger, or for Rhodes, I mean. Infinger gonna choose outside row 9 here. Outside row 9 for Infinger. So both cars for the championship are in the outside lane. I think both of them just looking for a nice, peaceful end of this race. But at this point, it is chaos here. And we got ourselves a pretty decent show here as we got 56 of you guys tuned in here for the end of this Truck Series Championship race. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, if you guys have enjoyed these streams throughout the year, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. I'll be back again tomorrow with the Xfinity Series race and my Cup Series predictions and preview with my dad. He'll be joining me for that video, but here we go. Pace truck is off, and we are ready to go back racing, and let's see if we can manage to get through 2 laps. We really only need to get 1 lap. We need to get to the white flag. After that, next flag ends it, but here we go. Field in the hands of Eckes and Purdy here, battling it out. Can Purdy win it in a walk-off for KBM here in their final race? Green flag is out, and they're racing. And they're pulling out a line. Purdy to the lead. And oh no, there goes another car around. say, I don't know. Yep, there we go. Caution flag flies and wipes out behind Infinger, so we're safe. So we got another restart here, and I say, Crafton goes around, Majeski involved. I say, once again, looks like Infinger gets through unscathed, and we're under another caution flag, another overtime here, as we are getting ready. And there's the 75 truck coming down pit road, normally driven by Parker Klickerman. Not sure who's in it tonight. But yeah, another caution flag and another restart, and now we got Corey Heim up inside the top 20. So here we go. Let's see. So looked like Purdy just checked up the 98 of Majeski, and then everything else spiraled from there, at least from what I can see. That appears to be the big determining factor here, as we're getting later and later into this night. I mean, who would have thought a stream at 12:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden, we've got ourselves 57 people in here. Again, thank you guys for everybody stuck with us throughout the night for this race. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. And Eckes had a really bad start for being the control car. Luckily, neither of the championship contenders were involved in this one. So Rhodes will be fourth here, it looks like, on the restart when we go back around here. But we've had just a lot of chaos here today. Zane Smith officially looks like he's done for the day. His shot at closing out his truck career here with a win. But yeah, we're going to be at 176 laps here at the very least when we go green. And there we go. The Nuggets put away the Mavericks. 125-114 the final score there. And the Grizzlies and Trailblazers are in overtime. Currently 106 for the Trailblazers, 104 for the Grizzlies. So they haven't updated the Mavericks standings after their loss. I wanted to see who gets that 1 seed there, even though it's still a long ways off from NBA playoff time. But figured we could take a quick peek over there. But we're under caution flag yet again. Yay! And say Kyle Busch Motorsports, their final. And say if they kick it off with a farewell victory, that will be amazing. A farewell victory for KBM and potentially a farewell championship for GMS Racing in the 23 car of Grantenfinger. That could be really cool. Seeing both of those teams in their final truck races together going here. It could be a pretty good one here. I can find the storyline. But yeah, right now though, the 99 of Rich Lucius and Ben Rhodes are trying to find a way to not lose this championship. They have fought so hard to keep this. But yeah, here we go. We are now 90 subscribers away from 2,500, so let's go. Thank you guys for everybody that's liked and subscribed already, and let's get ready to go. They should be getting ready for the choose cone here. I believe this time by will be choose cone time. But we're gonna have to wait and see because they're still pretty much single file. Let's see. Nope, they are still say. Oh no, wait, no. There's a safety truck just beyond the start finish line. Yeah, no, they are not doing. 12 cautions on the race so far. So 12 yellow flags so far in this truck race. Certainly, I mean, if we go again, if we get to that 200 number, I will be dumbfounded that we literally went the Xfinity distance in the truck race here tonight. But here we go. Again, we're all here and we're all ready for this one. Again, we'll be here for the Xfinity race as well in about 6 hours, or not 6 hours. Sorry. A little bit more than that. But yeah, at 7 p.m. tonight, we'll be here for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Again, sometime in the afternoon, I'll be dropping my preview video for the Cup Series. Yeah, I've done the other 2 series already. Here we go. Let's see what on earth will Ben Rhodes do now here as we get ready for this one. We've had 2 restarts so far, and it's been 2 wrecks. Do we see another wreck and another overtime here? All right, now they're starting to get spread out here to the point where we might start to see choose count this time by maybe. Again, we're still waiting, still unsure on this one, but it looks like it. Okay, who's still voting for Hocevar? Seriously, Hocevar has been out the race for a little while now, and Hocevar is still gaining votes. I mean, hey, credit to you, but he is out the race. He will not win the championship at this point. But, yeah, it's going to be between these 3 drivers. You got Grantenfinger's up to 13th now. So, again, it's just down to what on earth can these guys do here? So, here we go. Let's see. Wait, who's that with damage? Is that Jesse Love? Yeah, that's Jesse Love, potentially with a tire rub there in 5th place. You got him. You got Caden Honeycutt there in 6th. 7th is Dean Thompson. Tyler Hill up to 8th. Wait, what? No, Tyler Hill's not 8th. That's, what? Why are they showing Tyler Hill up in 8th? Is he actually there? Nope, there we go. They just moved him out of it as well. So, Tanner Gray, Nick Sanchez, and Tyler Ankrum, your top 10. But here we go. Let's see. So we're ready to go racing though. Well, the question though with Rhodes is that Rhodes has pretty decent damage after the wreck with Zane Smith, so we could he could end up dropping significantly too. But yeah, I don't think Infinger is going to be in the mix there. But again, we'll have to wait and see here. Also, no guarantee that this is the last restart either. And here we go, choose cone time. Purdy taking the inside line, and oh great, there goes the 99 taking the inside line here, along with the 23 at Infinger. Infinger also taking that inside line here, looking to try and gain some spots. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of cars between the 2. Honeycutt, Tanner Gray, Sanchez, and Rajah Caruth are the only drivers on the inside line between those 2. Oh yeah, it's been a crazy race, and that is true. You don't ever know, but again, from what we've seen so far, I don't know what we're going to see going forward. Purdy trying to close it out for KBM. The final KBM start. Can we see a KBM win? That would be amazing. Yeah. Jake Garcia up there in the top 3. We haven't seen much. Well, we've seen a lot of him, but we haven't seen much of him in terms of late in these races trying to win these things. Usually he's hanging out around 5th to 7th, which is still impressive for that little team. And again, can't wait to see how he does next year, but here we go. Jesse Love up in the top 5 as well, and young driver getting one of his first opportunities here in the big series. Pace truck is off, field in the hands of Purdy and Eckes here as they go through the green flag. Green flag is out, and we are back to racing here. Purdy down way to the inside here. Rhodes sticking in the middle of 3 wide here. That is going to be a dangerous spot. And, oh, somebody way down there in the dust. Not sure who that is. Is that Sanchez? Yeah, that's Nick Sanchez there, but looks like we're going to see him get to the white flag, hopefully. They've made it this far before with a caution coming out. Oh, yep, someone's got a tire down. Are we going to see a caution flag fly? And they're going to keep it green. White flag flies. Green flag. Somebody with a tire down. And are we going to see a white? Here we go. Infinger. Infinger's getting there. Can Infinger get there? To the inside. 3 wide for the championship. got Enfinger. Rhodes, come on. Let's go, Enfinger. Let's see it. No, he's going to fall behind Dean Thompson, and it's in behind. Enfinger dives it on the outside. Can he get there? He is not going to get there. Ben Rhodes with the championship clinch there. Man, that was close. And that was a fight there for Ben Rhodes to hang on to that championship. I thought he'd lost it there into turns 2 and 3 or whatever those turns are, the old 1 and 2. We got ourselves Ben Rhodes with the championship. I thought he was going to be irrelevant all day. He ends up being the winner after a lot of chaos here at lap 179 here. Eckes getting the win amidst all that. Jake Garcia comes up second here. So Bill McAnally Racing there for comes home with the win in the final truck race of the season. Christian Eckes getting, his second or third win of the season. But Ben Rhodes, your 2023 Craftsman Truck Series Championship after a lot of damage and a very close checkered flag finish. Let's go. That is insane here. So, again, we'll be back in a little while for the Xfinity Series 1, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, yeah, I think we all were racing there. I say, look at that truck and tell me how on earth that thing won a championship in 2023 here. But, yeah. So, massive congratulations to Eckes, too, though. I mean, hey, winning a race is no small deal here, but the championship was the thing everybody was worried about here. And Ben Rhodes burning it down. Make sure that truck can pass inspection, because you don't want that thing to fail inspection and change this result again. But, yeah, talk about a crazy finish to the NASCAR NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series finish here. As usual, we will go through the entire finishing grid here for you guys. So for anyone who has a favorite driver who maybe isn't in the top 10 on the screen right now, we'll go ahead and we'll go through the full finishing results. But man, Ben Rhodes with the championship. That is a big one. Congratulations to Ben Rhodes on that one. But here we go. Let's see. But yeah, they're talking with Rich Lucius here. I won't be able to stay. I could probably stay live for a little while, but man, we're gonna go down through the start finish line though. But if you guys were just here for the play-by-play of the race, thank you guys. Ben Rhodes is your champion after a very long night here. So Eckes wins the race. We already talked about him. Congratulations to him and Bill McAnally on their win. Jake Garcia coming home second. Chase Purdy in the final start for KBM before KBM becomes Spire Motorsports after today. Yeah, because Spire Motorsports bought the team. It comes home third. Fourth, Jesse Love. Fifth, Ben Rhodes, your champion. Grantenfinger, sixth place, the runner-up in the championship. Dean Thompson, seventh. Eighth, Caden Honeycutt. Ninth, Tanner Gray. And rounding out your top 10, it's Nick Sanchez. Matt Crafton comes home 11th. Rajah Caruth in the final start for GMS Racing before they go out of business, 12th. 13th, Lawless Allen. 14th is Ty Majeski. And rounding out your top 15, Haley Deegan sneaks into the top 15. Christian Rose comes home 16th, driving that number 22 AM Racing Ford. Spencer Davis comes home 17th. Coreyheim 18th. And Nick Lights there, driving the number 20 car, comes home 19th. And Tyler Hill rounding out your top 20. Colby Howard comes home 21st. 22nd for Ankrum. And that's the last of your lead lap cars. Taylor Gray comes home 23rd. 24th, Stuart Friesen. 25th, Zane Smith. There we go. They got Ben Rhodes up there celebrating, but yeah, Sean Higurani driving the number 71 car, 75 truck comes home 26th. 27th for Jack Wood in the final start for that KBM team. Bummed to see both their cars not able to finish. One of them did, one of them didn't. Derek Krause coming home 28th, driving the number 77 truck here tonight. Then you got Carson Hocevar in the 29th position, coming home short of the championship. Stephen Parsons coming home 30th. 31st, Bailey Curry. 32nd, Daniel Dye. Jake Drew coming home 33rd. 34th was Connor Jones. Marco Andretti coming home 35th in the Spire number 7 truck. And Chris Hacker rounding out your 36 truck field here tonight. I don't think so. Alright, so real quick, because I'm reading through some of the chat messages, sorry about not seeing those, but yeah, I don't really think Heim had enough truck left to win the championship. Now, granted, after what we saw, he definitely had the truck left to win the championship at the time, because, but at the time we had no idea that both Enfinger and Ben Rhodes were going to get significant damage late in the race, so I don't think he had the car to win at the time when he committed the payback onto Hocevar. I definitely don't think situational awareness. You gotta try and keep your head on straight there. So I think I'm glad that he's gonna be in trucks again next year because he'll have another year to develop. But yeah, that's kind of my biggest thing about the Heim Hocevar incident is that Hocevar absolutely made the mistake first, and I do question the intent there because Hocevar does have a history of having done this before to try and manipulate races by spinning himself out or spinning someone else out. I think it was IRP last year, I think it was, where he spun someone else out. But yeah, they're showing some of the drivers with multiple truck championships here. Todd Bodine, Matt Crafton, Jack Sprague, Ron Hornaday, obviously the 4-time champion there, and now Ben Rhodes with his 2 championships in the last 3 years. But yeah, so again, Hocevar made the mistake and probably warranted some sort of retaliation. I don't like the way that Heim did it because he ended up taking himself out of any shot to compete. And he also didn't ultimately... he was basically using his truck as a weapon, which you should not be using a car as a weapon. Let's hear from him, though. I'm going to listen to his interview here before I continue. So, yeah, he's giving the political answer. You paid him back. But yeah, no, his right rear got destroyed when it went into the, when he spun in, because I'm seeing the original spin here for Heim. When he got spun, his right rear went pretty hard into the corner of the Stuart Friesen machine. So, yeah, I don't know for sure. I mean, again, it looks like payback to me, and I think he's just taking the political answer way out of this thing in the post-race. But, certainly not a good look for him, but I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, if you ask 90% of these other drivers, I think you see the same kind of thing from most of them. So he's insistent that it was not retaliation. We all know that's BS. We know that was definitely retaliation, but hey, he's playing the political answer here. He'll be back in that truck next year. Hocevar is still going to Cup. But yeah, if you're going to Cup, you do need to... I feel like you should be racing with a little bit more respect and a little bit more awareness there than to wreck one of your fellow championship contenders. But again, it's just kind of... It really is kind of... Each individual incident is very much a black eye in both of their kind of characters there, because Hocevar should not have made a mistake like that, and I also question the actualness of it being a mistake. and then definitely you don't pay him back with your race car in that way. Maybe go and bump and run him if they end up near each other, but dropping back to pay him back, no. Wrong way to handle it. Yeah, the Hocevar thing, I will say, it is hard to see if it's in the wrong. The only real reason why I'm not giving him a ton of benefit of the doubt is because of previous incidents similarly. But, yeah, it was a rough race to the end, though. But, yeah, I would have loved to have seen what all four of these guys could have done without damage, but ultimately, your Truck Series champion is Ben Rhodes, and, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, though. We've been here. It's 1 a.m. on the East Coast. I gotta be to work in about 4 hours, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody. Yeah, again, I will be back later today with both my Cup Series preview video, probably around 3 or 4 today, and then also at 7 p.m. tonight, I'll be back with the Xfinity Series stream, where we will get to see the Xfinity Series champion crowned. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. I'm not going to do the long bye because I don't have enough time. I don't know if that's a record with 4 overtimes there, Logan. I'd have to look that one up. Maybe I'll answer that one in the Xfinity stream later.